phone.
Hello everyone, welcome to Split View.
Welcome to ASMR View.
That's not ASMR, that's...
This entire episode we'll be doing like this, and then intermittently fucking screaming.
Yeah.
Just so... You know, when I first, started watching I like ASMR.
You were suspicious that it was going to be screamers? Yeah.
Because every one of my friends had given me so many screamers and shit that, I actively was worried that I have trust issues with literally everything now. And I was like, someone's going to scream.
Your friends made you go to scarymazegame.com?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man, for sure.
I remember fucking everyone doing that in my middle school. Like, we had those big-ass, CRT computers, actually in every classroom, amazingly. And people would go to it because no one knew what it was back then.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you'd hear just random screaming in the classroom. The teacher's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. Or it would take approximately a year to load a YouTube video or something
oh my
like
god,
that.
yeah. I have vivid memories of being at my auntie's place and someone was like, "Hey, have you heard of that Harry Potter thing? Like, what's that mysterious ticking noise?"
Oh my god.
They were like, "Oh, it's on YouTube." And people were like, "Huh? YouTube? What's that?"
What's a YouTube?
And then we loaded up on my auntie's computer that had fucking dial-up. And then what you would do, right, you'd open Firefox. You'd wait 20 minutes for MSN.com to load.
That iconic noise that burn.
Yeah.
That's gonna ruin everyone's speakers.
Yeah. And then you would go to wait for MSN, you type in youtube.com in the MSN search.
Oh yeah.
You would wait for it to load again another literally 5 minutes. You'd click on youtube.com, wait for that to load because that's a high density website.
It
got
sure
a lot of thumbnails,
fucking is,
images,
dude.
those fancy new images. You would type in Harry Potter Pals mysterious ticking noise, and then you wouldn't have fucking Flash installed, so you had to install that.
Yep.
And then the way you would load YouTube videos before, DSL and shit, you would play it on mute until it loads a certain section, go back to the beginning, play it again. Each time you get longer and longer since it wouldn't load unless your cursor was near it.
Yeah.
So you had to play the video 100 fucking times for it to actually load the full thing.
Man, this is a PTSD
This is an actual thing that happened. And then once it was done, everyone's like, "Hey guys, come look at this internet video."
Yeah.
Guys, come on. It was like
haha internet.
It was literally a big occasion. Everyone sat around the Computron and watched a video on the CRT tube.
Look, this cat says Icon has cheeseburger.
Yeah.
How funny is that, guys?
Hey, look at this guy, Rick Astley. You remember Rick Astley, right?
I distinctly remember being
being rickrolled?
No, well, yes, but being given one YouTube video a month to watch when I was younger.
Like a quota?
Yeah, because we had terrible internet.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember my brother and I saving up what we were gonna watch our video for that month was and shit. And it was almost entirely gonna be an annoying orange video or a Fred video or some shit like that, probably.
Okay, kids, you get one YouTube video a week or whatever a month. Have you picked out your videos? Come on, computer, Luke, Jordy, come on. Come watch your YouTube videos.
God, man. That's dark times, times. Even worse than this pandemic going around right now.
It's funny because that's the first topic of today.
Oh, there we go.
The preamble, I guess, because my topic is kind of short.
Okay.
So, yeah, what does COVID-19 stand for? Do you know?
Yeah, I do, actually.
What is it?
It's coronavirus and...
Identification
19, yeah. Did you find that one comment?
That's not what it stands for.
Oh, isn't it?
It's actually shortened for coronavirus.
Okay,
I don't know where
that's
the D
almost
comes
the same
from.
thing.
Where does the D come from?
I did read it. If you look it up now, there is there was some person who was like, COVID-19 stands for covert identity 19 or something.
Chinese originated virus something
that's the
ID
one.
19.
That's the one, yeah. And I was like, come on, man, are you kidding me? Why the fuck would they call it that?
Hey Google, what does COVID-19 stand for?
You managed to get my phone to trip there.
What the fuck? What does COVID-19 stand for?
This came back from a search.
Holy fuck. She's not going to tell you.
No. She doesn't want us to know the truth. Yeah, because I was like, why is yours triggering, but you don't have my Google account? Google does something smart since I have like 5 Google devices that respond to OK Google. The first one to hear you...
Mine just tripped again.
Yeah, okay. The first one to hear you will cancel out every other Google device. It's kind of smart, actually. So you don't just say Bode Google and then every other... Nice, cool. That phoneme recognition.
My phone doesn't... My phone doesn't trip for my own voice most of the time, so... Okay. That's pretty impressive that you got that to work there.
Have you done the voice training on your phone?
Probably not.
Okay, because mine only trips from my voice.
But I don't actually use it. So.
Actually, try to trip my one.
Okay, Google.
Nope.
Oh, so mine worked. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you can set up voice training so it only responds to people on your Google account.
By the way, probably worth mentioning, sorry if you're listening using speakers.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because you are so fucked.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Alexa. Alexa. Hey, Siri. Okay, Xbox, turn off.
Xbox off. Yeah.
Oh, do you know there's a website where you can go to review how many times you've been reported as a cheater on Xbox Live?
No.
Yeah, you should totally do it, like, after we do this.
Well, here's the thing, though. I fucking sucked. And I still suck at games, so I was never reported for cheating. Maybe... Well, actually, I probably was if someone hated me. Because
that one time you got a trick tomahawk, though, you're a fucking cheater, Jordy.
Yeah, that was the only time I did anything impressive, was a tomahawk across the map. And it was a pure accident.
That's my only accomplishment in life.
It kind of is, man. Like, there was... my friend and I, when we used to play, I used to be an Xbox Live kid, so I've got thick skin, all right.
And I led you astray with my computrons.
Yeah, you can't touch this being, all right. I am immune to all fucking hatred because I was an Xbox Live kid when everyone was calling you the worst things possible, and that was before breakfast, son.
I remember being at Ryan's house for a sleepover, and he did a genuinely impressive tomahawk throw. It was on, I don't know the fucking map names, but
he's fucking insane at everything. Yeah, that he does.
He's pretty
good at everything, man. And when him and I used to play, because I used to suck, he used to carry me all the time. So what I would do is I would use my comedic ability to hinder everyone else's performance. So I remember distinctly one time Ryan and we read our English essays to the entire lobby, to the point where everyone got so mad that they were yelling at us so much that we were actually doing all right.
Not like, I don't know, some sort of speech that you had to practice for an English essay, which is submitted.
A full English essay,
text.
Yeah. Okay. It was a text document, and we were reading it out loud.
Yeah.
Just the whole time. And it was fucking hilarious to us, and we were trying not to laugh while everyone was just screaming at us.
Didn't Ryan have a channel where he would literally record a screen with like a handy cam?
Yeah, we all did at some point. We were one of those COD clan kids. Like, we fucking loved it.
XX Pod Clan.
Yeah, that was it. And
I say that, but I was a part of it. So.
Yeah, well, almost everyone that we knew was at the time, because we were trying to like get everyone into our cult. We were forcing everyone to join. It's like, hey, we have this number available. Boy, would it look good on you. You should be XX part whatever.
Yeah.
You should do that, because that would...
You were 990.
I was
8, I think, maybe?
That might have been Jared, our other friend.
I thought Jared was 7.
I think he might have been 5.
Is that really?
Maybe.
Who was... okay, who was 8? Yeah.
But, we had a lot... Yeah, it was fucking Xbox
Ryan was
Live
one,
cringe.
of course.
It was Xbox Live cringe names. But, it's actually... if you guys have been listening for a long time, know that I've made quite a few channels over the years. Yeah. That was the one that I spent the most time on. I think it was about 2 or 3 years on there.
Is it really?
Yeah, I had 200 videos on that channel.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
And I deleted it because everyone kept giving me so much shit for it that I deleted it. I had one video. My most popular video on that channel was planting a tree in Minecraft beta. That's true.
Well, because no one, how the fuck would you know how to do that? Minecraft was a weird game where game mechanics were just kind of odd. How do you plant a tree? Well, you get this tiny tree and you right click on the ground.
Yeah. So. And I don't know how I was the one to figure that out and then post it online, but I right clicked a tree, a sapling on the fucking ground, and that got 20,000 views or something like that.
You're fucking rolling in it, dude.
Anyway, should we talk about what we're supposed to talk about?
I kind of thought about something for a sec. You were talking about first of all, when you said the channel that had the most effort put into, I thought you meant quality-wise and not just video accounts.
Oh, no.
So it's wouldn't that be Viridian or
Yeah, Viridian would probably be that's still up, I think.
Yeah.
And that has the most... That was when I was trying to take it properly seriously.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have a problem with effort. Well, not effort. I put... Actually, that's a lie. Complete lie. Because when I like something, I do put a lot of effort into it. It's just when I don't see results immediately that I stop.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to fix. And actually, I feel very proud of myself that we've done this for 22 weeks straight, because I have never really stuck to anything this much before. And I'm still loving every single week.
It's fun. I like it. It's a nice little outlet.
And so much so that I was the one that suggested to Tom that we do Flick View, because I just can't get enough of this shit, man. I like to speak into this microphone, hang out with my friend Tom, and entertain some people.
I had a weird thought, right? You were saying how you had 200 videos, and they're all gone, right? Because you deleted it. Do you know kind of how hard drives work? In a tiny bit? Like, when you delete something off a hard drive, what happens?
Yeah, it's still sort of there, right?
Yeah.
But they have. I imagine they actually fully wipe it because they can't afford to have just wasted space on them.
Not even that. I don't think Google uses hard drives anymore. But there's probably a hard drive out there, maybe in your house, that has the impressions of every 200 Jordy Plays videos.
Oh, man,
isn't that weird?
I would like them back to have on my computer so that I could watch them every now and then if I wanted to, not so that anyone else could watch them, because that was like...
I get what you mean.
Like, I have enough channels on there. There is enough embarrassing shit out there of me if anyone's willing enough to go and find it. But that was like a absolute catalog of all the cringest shit I've ever done. So I'm like, you know what? It came out at parties. Everyone would watch that. Like, people be drunk. Jordy, look at this, bro. You're like playing Minecraft. And I'm like, yeah, man, it was... popular. I still love Minecraft. It's a brilliant game, man.
Yeah, genuinely a good game.
I really enjoyed making those videos. Thank you for shitting on it.
I'm kind of lucky in that I've only ever had like 2 YouTube channels, and the first one got deleted because of like copyright claim shit, and the second one I can just private the videos since it's my main channel. So I have like privated weird videos of me like recording my cats and stuff, and like weird stop motion animation shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
We were reminiscing on them a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of bring everyone's spirits down and talk about COVID for a bit.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So we both, as everyone knows by now, we're
in the front lines, Jordy.
We're in the fucking front lines. We both work as management, I suppose. In
people expecting us to say doctors.
Yeah, no. As management, they know we work in supermarkets, and so it's been pretty fucking brutal. I take it you've been working a lot, by the way you told me. Yeah. Like, what's it like in your store? Cause
we had specific signs sent to us by a corporate of like, you've probably seen photos on Facebook, don't abuse our staff.
Yeah.
Because just the other day, we have like frozen item limits. So it used to be that you could have 2 bags of frozen vegetables, 2 bags of like frozen chips or whatever. Now they've decreased it to like 2 bags of frozen anything. And a guy came to my register with 3 bags of shit. I know, fucking exciting outcome right here. And I was like, oh, sorry, man. There's an item limit and all that. Do you want to pick which 2 you want? And he was like, you fucking serious, bro?
Oh,
you
man.
Fucking serious? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, man. I can't really, out shitty times and all that, being as nice as I can, because I'm not like an actively hostile person, and frankly I don't give a shit. I just work here, dude. And I told him, I was like, man, I just work here, I don't like this shit either, I shop at this store. And he was, and I wear black gloves at work.
So do I.
And like these specific black gloves, some nitrile ones that fit me and all that, and everyone else wears clear white gloves, so people may not notice that people wearing gloves, but they definitely notice them on me. And he was like, you don't want to fucking touch my shit. Here you go, bro. He starts chucking coins at me.
What?
Yeah, he's literally just chucking coins.
What the fuck,
like, he was paying for it, but he's like, you don't want to touch the fucking money and food? Here you go. Ding, ding.
What a like, fucking tool, dude.
And we're instructed to, like, not take any shit and just point to the security guard. And I was just like, nah, fuck that. I'm just like, I'm not going to be hostile. I'm just going to be completely blank slate. Like, just
the
like,
problem
sure,
with,
dude.
Like, giving that notice out is that if someone is hostile towards you, if you point to the security guard, you've made it worse.
That's going to escalate.
That's going to escalate it. Like, and chances are, if the security guard is present, do you guys have just one?
Yeah, we have just one.
Yeah, and he's probably by the door, right?
Yeah, he moves around.
Right. Because we have one who just sort of like roams around a bit all the time, right? But if you point to him, he could be over the other fucking side of the store. Like, by the time you've pointed to him and got his attention, this guy could come around the fucking counter and do something to you, right? Like, I'm actually quite lucky to have never had, through this whole thing, I've been working a lot over the past, like, this whole, coronavirus thing. And I haven't actually had any real problems with any people.
Am I correct in thinking that you're not always like on a register though? Like you're floating around a decent. Well, not it's split for you, obviously.
Yeah, we do. As managers, you're not on the tills as much, but because we have to have 4 tills open all day, I have actually spent a decent amount of it on there, while the managers above me do the sort of store management side of it, because I'm just a half manager, I guess.
Okay.
I'm like a deputy manager as opposed to a store manager.
You're half prince.
Half prince, yeah. And so I have spent a lot of time on the tills. There was one time where I was genuinely afraid, though. It gave me a like a primal instinct thing. Yeah. I saw a guy walk in a suit, a full black suit. He had a balaclava on, a full face balaclava and shades on. And, like, I saw him walk in, and he was looking around like he was a fucking supervillain. I'm like, I actually thought I was going to die.
Supervillain?
Like, I thought he was going to shoot us up. I genuinely thought that. And, like, I looked at him, and I just sort of, like, ducked down to the other side of the aisle, and I said to, someone else who was on at the time or whatever, I was just like, there's a guy here who looks a little bit shady. Let's just watch out for him. What else am I supposed to say?
He's like sizing up like everyone in there. He's checking the routes, like looking where the cameras are.
That's what I thought he was doing.
Yeah.
But it turns out he was just like a neckbeard.
Just a crazy person.
He was just a neckbeard. Like,
he wasn't... doesn't realize what he looks like and what social, like, environment he's in.
I think he was doing it just so that he would look edgy, purely. Like, because he was like, hey, man... do you know where the frozen peas are?
Boy, do I.
He came up to me, and at this point, I was like, is this it? Like, for a second there, I was like, am I going to fucking die here?
The second you turn around, your throat's going to be gone instantly.
Yeah. I'm like, is this really God? If there is such a thing, are you going to let me die here? on the shop floor, man.
Yeah.
And he was just like, do you know where the frozen peas are? And I was like, okay, Joker, they're over fucking here.
Why is that a question you ask? Why, like, why does anyone
the way he said it still just left me with more fear.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Go to the frozen food section, you fucking
turns out he was just a simp virgin, iDubbbz is a simp.
He's not, though.
Have you seen that shit,
he's
bro?
Not,
he's such
though.
a simp. I know he's not. I'm just...
why do people give a shit? Like, his girlfriend... his girlfriend doesn't even... there's not even nudes on her OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's just lewd shit.
Literally
they're running is the best fucking market on the planet.
Yeah.
They're fucking smart is what they are.
iDubbbz is getting this shit for free, and people are fucking paying for seeing Instagram images of her.
She's not even, like, she's lewd, so they're not even... I don't think she's posted anything naked
nudity
yet.
not none.
Not even partial nudity. So all these virgins are paying to see pictures of her with clothes on, and then he gets to fuck her still. I think he's like a fucking legend as opposed to a goddamn simp.
I don't understand why people even... like, why do they even care? Like, why?
It's the whole thing where, like, they've done no research, right? It's just like they know OnlyFans is like a camming site as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, people pay for that shit. And they just go, oh, well, she's on there, so she's obviously slamming her clam for money, and iDubbbz is a simp for letting her do it, Like, he's just like, oh, honey, it's time for my OnlyFans account. Can you come film this for Smack Daddy Gorilla Cock 69?
Sure. That wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah. No, well, like, I don't...
If he's cool with that, then that's fine.
He is cool with it, as you said. So. Anyway, back to coronavirus.
How long do you reckon this is going to go on for? When do you think this pandemic is going to end?
Because we were talking about this maybe a month ago now, right?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, if you had asked me, I would have said it would have been gone next week. But now I genuinely don't know.
If stupid people didn't exist, it would have been gone by, like, a week.
A week later, yeah.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, this is funny that you say this as well, because while I was... oh, boy.
I just got a message from you.
Oh, what does it say?
Right now. Totally forgot to mention, but I'm on my way.
Well, there you go.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why did Discord suddenly decide to delay that message? I sent that as soon
as I rocked up here, so either way it's very late, because I usually let Tom know when I'm on my way. I just literally
got like an on-screen notification from Discord.
What the fuck? That is weird. Anyway, while I was driving here, I expected to see a barren wasteland, and I don't know why I expected to see that.
Yeah.
Because usually when I'm leaving for work, it's before the sun comes up and there's no one around anyway. And then when I leave, it's usually around, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock or whatever. So there's not many people around then either.
Yeah.
And I go past highways and main roads and not really any streets, but I went through purely streets to get here. I go like the first corner and there's like a family walking their dog, and then over the other side of the road is like two people just going for a walk.
It's because people don't see it as serious here. Like, it's not as bad as America, so people think they're fine.
Yeah, America's actually got it fucking terribly because they actually don't care. We are taking some precautions and we are being advised to take precautions, but they literally are not doing anything.
They are though. Like, the streets are legitimately way more empty and a lot of more places are closed down.
They are, but it's not by advisement from
government
Trump.
Order.
Yeah, it's not by Trump though. Trump doesn't. He's not great gauging the situation.
He
it's by like local government.
Hoax.
He probably does. Yeah. Like, it's local government saying like, look, we realize he's not doing anything, but you need to stay the fuck inside.
Yeah,
and like that's how it's running from there. But like, what I'm saying is like our government and their government are not really. I think ours is a little bit more serious than.
Didn't who the fuck is that PM right now? I don't know who it is.
Scott Morrison.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he the one who like made a public announcement saying schools aren't being closed, but don't take your kids there?
Probably. I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't watch the news at all.
He literally said that he's not closing down schools, but then he says don't take your kids to school.
I think they are closed now. They or at least some of them are.
Yeah.
And if you do have kids in school, just take them out. Like, it's that a lot of teachers are working very hard, by the way, and we should thank them a lot for doing this. They're converting all of their entire year's worth, right? Because I'm pretty sure some schools are closed for the rest of 2020.
Oh yeah, and
absolutely. They're working on an entire year's curriculum onto an online format.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, that's fucking hard to do, I'm sure.
They're
like,
all boomers, so they can't figure out how the fuck to use Zoom.
how to upload a JPEG movie.
I just want to upload this JPEG to Zoom.
Yeah, exactly. Today's class is going to be held on Vimeo.
Yeah. So today we're going to use FaceTime. If you don't have an Apple device and you're fucked.
Yeah, see you later. Well, actually, they're probably not fucked because all these kids get iPads and MacBooks these days, right?
Yeah.
They can just use them.
I was a cool kid and I had an Android.
Yeah. We did get Macs. I forgot about that. Yeah. But it's I think it's going to go on for. It could very well go on for another 6 months.
They reckon December. That's the official kind of prediction.
I think that could be right. I reckon it's like it will not be this fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh no, I reckon it'd be way more crazy, dude. Because it's going to get more serious, and then people are going to freak out even more.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it could only get more serious from here. Because
that and like at the moment, people are being laid off left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Because non-essential businesses are closing, and if this keeps going, they will stay closed. Right? They just will.
Yeah.
And so the market is going to crash because of this. If not, it's already taking a hit. It just will, because people won't be buying shit. Like 50 to 60% of people would work in quote unquote non-essential places, I would say, right?
Yeah.
Was it maybe even more? I'm not sure. I'm not good at estimating these types of things, but
it's fuzzy what is considered essential and non-essential as well.
Yeah, you've seen that GameStop?
Yeah. Well, they're fucking gone now. They're bankrupt.
Well, there you go.
They're gone for good now. Do you know why they tried to like play it until the last second?
Because of the new consoles coming out soon,
Because
right?
of New Horizon and Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
They literally announced bankruptcy and like the revoke of their license the day after those two games came out.
There you go.
They were just holding out until then.
There you go. I suppose, I mean, those two games are very fun. I bought them both. But it's not going to keep you in business. Because I've heard nothing but shit about GameStop. We live in Australia, we don't have it, so...
Isn't EB Games technically like...
No, they have EB Games over there.
There was another store in Australia that was partially owned or a franchise of GameStop, wasn't it?
We had Game Traders, I think that might have been. I'm pretty sure they have Game Traders as well.
There's one, it's like the whole thing with Hungry Jack's and Burger King.
Yeah.
They're two separate franchises, but they're both
the same.
Either, they're owned or like co-owned or shelled out, you know?
I think it's literally just the name that's been taken here. Like, because we have JB Hi-Fi instead of Best Buy. Yeah. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same branding, even like the yellow and black.
JB Hi-Fi is way cooler.
Yeah, JB Hi-Fi is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, did you say no, the market won't crash because of this?
I didn't say anything.
I felt like I thought I heard you say like no, it's not going to crash or something like that. But it's definitely like it will. 60% of people, if they lose their job, trying to find jobs in 40% of it doesn't add up, right? Some people are going without jobs for a long time if this keeps going. So it's interesting. I'm seeing all these people saying shit like we cannot trust our government anymore, because within a week, especially in America, within a week they had, you know, like free healthcare, and they had, well, not free healthcare, but like I don't know, I don't keep up with America that much, but like all these tweets from people saying like the amount of shit they've been able to do in a week that they said it wasn't even possible with the government. Like, you know, people are getting you know, not enforced, but like they're getting payments that they never were allowed to get before, all of a sudden, right? They're just finding money for all this now.
It's because everyone has their own self-interest, like, especially in government. Like, there are a lot of people there. It's like, have you ever seen House of Cards?
No.
The one with, like, child fiddler Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Like, it shows, like, the bad side of government, or, like, the true side, I guess, whereas everyone has their own self-inhibitions, you know? Like, everyone in government's just trying to get there to, like, better themselves, or, like, protect a company or something, or they have some sort of agenda. So, you know, there's always going to be sketchy dealings with governments.
Yeah, it's fucked times. So again, we've spoke about it like a little bit every single week now, I think. But, like,
we've spoken about it for almost half an hour.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, no, we did waffle on a bit at the start there as well.
We're at 27 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll transition on to Tom's other thing there. But just remember, just don't be a fuckwit.
Nah.
Just don't be a fuckwit.
Well, the most scary part about COVID is that only 10% of people show symptoms within the first week.
Oh, good.
And it's like a day or two after you get it, it can be transferred. So
nice.
Even though kids and like people our age can't, or not necessarily going to die from it, we can still transfer it to other people. And that's the worst part, and people don't get that. They're like, it's fine, I'm young, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear gloves, I'm not going to wash my hands, I'm not going to wear a mask.
Yeah, we got departmentally, like, issued gloves, hand sanitizer, everything, disinfectant that we can use to, you know, like, we have to spray down the tills every single time we swap people and all that shit, and, you know, we wear gloves for everyone's shopping. Like, just try and be courteous about it, as I've said, after I think I went on a big rant last week about how fucked it was getting. But, like, you know, just be sensible.
Yeah.
We have social distancing squares on the ground now.
We do too.
Use them.
We have fucking electrical tape crosses on the ground.
Yeah, and I think we're getting a fucking big blast shield.
Oh, the
around all
Perspex?
that.
Yeah, we are
We're
too.
Getting blast shields put up to prevent you people from sneezing in
I
our
saw them
faces.
as like gas station kind of fucking glass, you know?
Ours is so, like, the picture that we got sent for, like, one, it was a real store. It looked like it could have possibly been like a mock-up on SketchUp.
Probably
or some
a demo
shit.
store.
But yeah, probably. And it was so high. It was like 10 feet tall, like the entire till from bottom to the top of the glass.
Yeah.
And I was like, that seems fucking excessive, but I suppose it, you know, better to be safe, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, yeah, so people can't sneeze on us and we can't sneeze on people.
Yeah,
so.
exactly, yeah.
I'm trying to find an image of it, because mine, I think, was literally a box.
That would be so hot. Are you, like, in the box?
Oh, no, okay. We got sent a different picture through, like, corporate, but this is the one I got sent. Like, I just typed in,
ours is a lot more
Woolworths
fucking hardcore than
Perspex
that.
screen.
I'll see if I can find it,
This is at, like, a city store or something. But the picture we actually got sent through our, like, corporate messaging system was, like, it had a ceiling and two sides and a front, and the back was open.
Have a look at this quality fucking
is.
picture they sent us. Oh, it's actually not as tall as I remember, but it's like around
that doesn't really look like it'd be too effective.
No, it's got like breathing holes too in it now, I think.
It's basically just like
taken by a
panels on the side of the conveyor belt. Oh, my store doesn't pack bags anymore.
Mine doesn't either.
Well, yeah. Fuck you, Jordy. Fuck you. So many people have been telling me, oh, I might as well shop at Aldi. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, go.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
If you're going to be salty, then, you know. Okay, next topic. Goddamn commies putting fluoride in our American water.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's Conspiracies 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, yeah.
Except not really, since I couldn't find that many like good conspiracy theories.
Okay, man. We've already done half an hour.
Yeah, so I was kind of, I don't know, looking at weird conspiracies, and one of them was like a whole section on Wikipedia about fluoride in the water. So, Jordy, what is the purpose of putting fluoride in the water supply? Jordy, you're a chemist.
Yeah, exactly.
You understand what fluoride is, right?
I have no idea.
You drink it every day.
I don't even know
what
the fuck it is. Like, Isn't that shit they put in toothpaste?
Yes. What do you think it is? What do you think it does?
Is it to like, I don't know, like filter it in a way?
It's to make your tooths better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that simple. Okay.
Yeah, just makes your teeth like rot less, I guess.
But it's not good for you, I'm guessing, to drink
it's
lots
good
of
for
it.
you. I drink fucking loads of water every day.
No, but drinking loads of fluoride. I'm trying to figure out what the conspiracy is. Why
fluoride is technically inert, or somewhat inert.
So what's the problem? Why does everyone hate it?
Because goddamn government putting fluoride in the water, trying to turn the frogs gay.
But it's yeah.
Friggin' frogs. Yeah. Gay bomb.
Yeah.
I love that. He's that has to be a voice he's putting on. Like, he's so impactful. He's like, gay bomb.
I think I watched a video about him, a very quick one, like a history of how he came so nuts. He's actually been doing this for like 30 years.
He's a fucking crazy person.
He's fucking nuts.
He started his career being like an on-the-street reporter, accusing people of fucking lying about school shootings.
Have you seen his... Did we talk about this on the show? We might have. How he had like a miracle cure for coronavirus on his website? That the FBI's on him now?
He's been selling so many weird supplements and cures and shit on his website. Like, take this like testosterone booster thing, and it's like completely like... It's like nothing. It's literally just like
a bottle of water.
It's like flour or like, just like water. Yeah, it's literally that. It makes you more manlier.
It gives you a nut. And also, it can also be used to make non-Newtonian fluids.
Yeah.
As a side effect. But it's, he posted, this, I think it was on, he has like a podcast or something, I think. And
It's like his main thing, his podcast.
Yeah, and he was talking about this new miracle cure thing, and he's selling it on there, and then the next day, like, someone posted a picture with the they had changed the description to say that this does not cure the coronavirus. We are being made to say this or something like this. Like, cool. He's a crazy ass man. He needs to be careful, because there are dumb fucks who believe him out there, and they will buy that shit and spread coronavirus.
So this fluoride thing, right? It makes your teeth better, like protects them. I don't know. I didn't look up exactly what it does, but it's been in the water for like a decade or even more at this point. And when people kind of oppose it because they think it's a way of like the government disposing of chemicals. Yeah, okay. They think it's like, oh, we have this big ass drum of fluoride. What are we going to do with it? We don't want to pay for disposal. Let's just put it in the water supply.
Sure, it's not fucking uranium.
Yeah,
like it's fluoride. I don't know anything about it. From what you've told me, it does nothing but good shit for you.
Yeah,
like if they were putting just pure fucking salt or LSD in the fucking, from all those experiments that they have going on at MK Ultra, if they just fucking pour out the rest of their LSD and shit into the water, everyone would be having a fucking great day, but it would, probably not be healthy.
It's an inorganic monoatomic anion.
So as everyone knows,
as everyone is well aware.
Yeah, clearly.
Nomenclature.
So why
chemical properties?
Why would they actively put it in the water that everyone drinks if they know that people can test it?
It's a mind controlling chemical.
Oh, it is it? Yeah,
of course. I don't know. It's really dumb. If people change, like, if the government's going to change anything, people are going to think it's conspiracy. So
yeah,
there was that whole tinfoil hat thing and fucking satellites tracking your brain in the sky for like decades. So.
Fuck yeah, that's right.
Jordy, onto a more serious topic. Let's talk about Nibiru cataclysm.
What the fuck is that?
The Nibiru cataclysm proposed by the instantaneous Nancy leader, who was, is, and will be contactee through human external messages through an advanced grey matter interface device implanted in her cranium.
So wait.
The Nibiru cataclysm did and did not happen on May 2003 and destroyed terra firma. This knowledge was disseminated by the grey extraterrestrials known as Zetans.
So this
Nibiru is roughly the same.
So this, you're saying this is one girl, one lady?
Nancy Leader.
Nancy Leader.
Leader? It's Lieder.
Leader? So this lady, she has something in her head?
Yes.
And then she speaks to the greys.
A grey matter interface.
Implanted
in her cranium that lets her talk to the almighty grey extraterrestrials known as Zetans.
I think I actually know where this lady lives because when I used to walk to when I used to walk to school every day, well not every day, but like when I would walk to school at the school that we both went to, I would go with Ryan, the guy we spoke about before, and there was a lady who's, I think it was a lady because she had like a pink mailbox or something. That's all I'm going off, so it's a little bit sexist, I guess. But she had, you couldn't see into her house because it was all tinfoiled up.
Nice.
To the max. Like
what if she just couldn't afford insulation?
Well, I don't know, because I never saw the lights on in there. I never saw a single person go in or out. I never saw anything happen. There was no cars in the driveway.
Probably drugs.
It was just, yeah, probably. Or it was her, and she was making contact with the fucking aliens.
She is the drugs.
Yeah, she is the she's producing them.
I just love that sentence. Like, I think I know where this lady lives.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I know that's her. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense to me now. Like, so she never left because she's making constant contact with the Grayliums.
Yeah. She literally says that the Zetans are grey extraterrestrials. Specifically grey. So, Jordy, what is the Nibiru cataclysm in your mind?
Is it the Nibirial?
It's spelled Japanese, like it's Nibiru. So, Nibiru.
Nibiru.
Yeah, like
Nibiru cataclysm.
Yeah.
Is that the Earth death?
Kind of.
But it didn't happen, and it did happen. So it was the Earth death of... Smarts? I don't know.
Are you okay, dude?
I'm trying to tap into her fucking ethereal gray network.
I don't think that's such a good idea, dude. I don't think that's a good idea.
My brain can't handle it, man.
That's like trying to read Deadpool's brain. You go crazy.
Yeah.
Nibiru is roughly 4 times the size of planet Earth and will closely approach on May 23rd, 2007.
Oh, cool. So you've already seen it then.
It is and was happened.
It is and was happened.
And is going to. The close proximity of Nibiru would cause the Earth to cease its rotation for exactly 5.9 terrestrial days. This in turn would obviously cause North and South poles to physically shift places.
Oh, yes.
Not magnetically, the North and South pole will physically move places. Whatever the fuck that means. Because magic, Jordy.
They just slide over those tectonic plates, man.
Explain to me what the fuck that sentence just was.
Oh, well, seeing as how you asked. But
physically change places.
Going
Jordy.
by my knowledge on the subject, which is quite extensive.
You shouldn't have knowledge on it.
Having tapped into her ethereal grey matter network. Is that
Vulcan mind melded with her?
Yeah, exactly. Is that the Grayliums? They drop down from their spaceships while everyone's in the 5-day stasis.
Wrong.
And they push them with their hands. They get down and they push the entire thing out of the way.
Gray hands,
and then all the polar bears who are dying from global warming are just like, "Hey, bro, good to see you again."
So the way I understand it is that Nibiru is like a giant, massive, like gray alien technology magic shit.
Right.
It's like a magic ball of energy, but it looks like a planet. And also a wormhole at the same time.
Okay.
And it's going to closely breeze past
it already has
the Earth. It was, and has. It's going to closely closely go by Earth, and then that causes the South and North Pole not to magnetically shift, physically shift places. I was thinking about this, like, okay, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, because if a huge planet 4 or 5 times the size of Earth did brush past us very closely, there would be weird gravitational, like, energy shit happening. Like, it would affect us because, I don't know if you know this, but the tides are affected by the moon's position.
Yeah.
So, can you imagine a planet 4 times the size of Earth going past us?
Yeah.
That would fuck some shit up.
Yeah, it would.
I was thinking, like, okay, like, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Not that that's going to fucking happen. But no, it doesn't magnetically happen or gravitationally happen. She literally describes the pole shift as a physical movement of the North and South Pole. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, it might have already happened, and that did create the Earth death, because have you felt alive since 2007? I don't know that I have,
Isn't that when Daft Punk Alive came out?
I don't know.
Ironically.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google that, but she was almost onto something, like,
What do you mean that she was almost onto something?
No, like something that actually would make sense.
She was fucking crazy.
Yeah, Alive
in her fucking
Isn't that funny?
tinfoil house, bro.
Daft Punk Alive came out in 2007. You said, have you felt alive since 2007?
Yeah.
And I also knew that for some strange reason.
Fucking nerd.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if she was almost right about what would happen if a planet went past us that close, 4 times the size, but then she broke out this fucking crazy shit like, no, the poles don't switch magnetically or gravitationally, they switch physically.
They just literally move.
Can you imagine that? Like, I'm imagining...
All I can do is imagine that, because it's not going to happen.
I'm imagining, like, the 2 sides of the Earth, like, a chunk of it just starts moving very slowly towards each other.
Take all the other fucking continents with it?
I don't know, like, what the fuck is she describing by this? And yeah, she's like one of those... Do you remember that one, like, Kool-Aid poisoning thing?
No.
Well, the Jonestown Massacre.
Well, that
you
sounds
don't, like,
familiar.
drink the Kool-Aid? You know where that comes from?
No.
The phrase, drink the Kool-Aid?
No.
Well, there was this crazy group of people in Jonestown. Like, it was like a little cult area, like... It was literally, I think they declared themselves like a micronation. And it was a bunch of people in like an old fucking barn area run by this one dude called Jones something, whatever the fuck.
Already a good sign, by the way.
Oh, yeah, of course. Please don't need to investigate or anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
And they basically believed that there was going to be a comet passing by, and to get onto this magical comet and to traverse the galaxy.
That's the Heaven's Gate.
Well, yeah.
That's Heaven's Gate.
Yeah, but it's described as Jonestown Massacre.
Oh, okay.
I think it is. Let me Google it. But yeah, like that does sound familiar.
Yeah, that's Heaven's Gate. Like it's they all wore the those Nike shoes, right?
Yeah.
and they had to
Is it Jonestown?
Jonestown is a thing. It sounds familiar. It might be the same thing. I don't know. But
I might be like making this up.
Jonestown is a thing. That is definitely a thing. Like it's. But what you're thinking of is Heaven's Gate.
Okay, Heaven's Gate, yeah. I completely disregard what I was talking about. Yeah, Heaven's Gate, you know about that, right?
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that in that this guy who did, like, the leader of the Heaven's Gate, kind of whatever the fuck, he was like, okay, we need to get onto this comet that's going to brush closely by us. To do that, we have to kill ourselves at exactly this time so that our souls can be transported onto the comet.
Yeah.
What is it with, like, shit closely passing by the Earth? People are just infatuated with it.
Well, what they were doing is they were elevating their being.
Yeah.
And the way they had to do that was to leave their
wear
metaphysical form, or whatever the word is, and then be taken to the ethereal plane.
The Nike shoes actually amplify the soul power, since you can jump higher in Nikes.
What were they called? Nike 10Ks or something? But I thought they had a funny name, which made it more ironic that they were worn in that time. I don't know why they had uniforms or whether that helped, but they had like tiers and shit. I remember. I heard a documentary about it. I watched a documentary about it, or listened to a podcast or something. But it's nutbag shit, man. It's nut job shit right there. I don't fucking understand what, like, you have to be a top tier fucking con man to get someone to like join your cult and then kill themselves. Yeah. Because then their soul will be taken to a comet that is passing by Earth, and you will live forever as like a god.
Well, yeah.
Well, not a god, but
they
like
didn't think they were dying necessarily. They think they were very much believed that they were going to be transported to this comet. How the fuck do you convince
someone that that's even real, let alone that it's going to work?
This is what you do, right? You give them Kool-Aid every day of the week, and they really fucking like the Kool-Aid. They're like, this is a bomb-ass flavor. Maybe you slip a bit of opium in there, and then you don't tell them it's got poison in it. You're just like, okay, guys, time for Kool-Aid, and everyone really wants to fucking drink it. And this time you slipped the poison in.
See, no, so they took it willingly.
Yeah, I know, but that's, it's a joke, Jordy.
Yeah, okay,
they didn't actually put opium in. Well, they might have,
They probably fucking did. They were pretty whack. Although, I hear as far as cults go, that was one of the best ones to be in. Because the cult leader, I forget his name.
Some really fucking
No, he was real breezy. He was a nice guy. He actually just let people leave whenever they wanted to.
Is this going to be another sentence that I'm going to have to cut out, dude?
What?
As far as cults go, this one was pretty good.
You don't have to fucking cut that out. As like, he was a nice guy about it.
What was that other thing you said that I cut out?
I'm not. Well, you want me to say it again?
Well, I forget what it was. That one
was worth cutting out.
It was the one about the certain type of pizza.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
that was worth cutting out. This is fine. I don't care about this.
Where you were like, I'm gonna jokingly say this, and I'm like, no, don't.
Yeah,
and then you say it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So,
Anyway,
that's pretty much what I had to talk about for that. I have a sentence at the end of my notes: pros and cons to VR.
Okay. Pros, it's fucking dope. Cons, it's fucking expensive.
It's $600 for your kit though.
Yeah,
but then I mean, you need a good PC.
You need it is expensive. That is the problem. It's expensive. Although, now, we can't even talk about it because you haven't finished it yet.
No,
Tom had a bit of a PC meltdown problem that we're gonna try and fix after recording the show here. But I finished Half-Life Alyx. Fantastic, amazing, best game I've ever played. Not ironically like, oh man, new game, best game. Half-Life is, whatever. But like, it is the best game I've ever played. I didn't even know I was playing a game. Like I put the VR headset on and it was real.
I want to talk about immersion.
Whacked me out.
Yeah.
I'm saying this now. In 20 years, this is going to be shit.
Yeah.
How fucked is that?
It's going to be like a little chip you put in your brain and then you forget who you are.
How can it get better than this?
Yeah. I want to kind of talk about immersion in VR, right? So have you experienced like true immersion in VR yet?
Only in Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah. Do you describe it to me?
I was
this feeling of immersion.
I was fully aware of everything that was around me. I was not a single thing obstructed me or made me think of the real world.
The way I
was completely unconscious of the real world.
Yeah, the way I imagine, like the way I kind of perceive it, I know when it's happening because my headset has like a kind of a smaller field of view, so it's like I'm wearing scuba goggles, right?
Yeah.
And what happens when I feel fully immersed is that it just disappears, right? Yeah. I just see the world how it is, and instead of seeing like the black rims, my brain fills out what is there.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like I have a fan that blows on me, and it just happened to perfectly align where the wind was coming from in Half-Life Alyx. It was in that section where you flip the train lever thing.
Oh, yep.
And I was like walking around, and Source 2 looks fucking amazing. I don't know how they did it.
Incredible.
It looks so nice.
See, I've seen a lot of YouTubers play it now.
Yeah.
And you cannot watch it. You can't watch it. You have to play it.
Yeah.
Because the scale of everything is what makes it so fucking impressive, honestly. Like, you get into the very first level, I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. There's a strider that walks up and, like, just puts his little leg on the balcony where you're standing. That just looks like nothing if you're watching it flat. No. But if you're playing it, that thing is fucking enormous.
It actually
scares the shit out of you. Like, it feel like immediately, I feel like it's on purpose. It probably is, because Valve is fucking smart.
Yeah.
Because the first thing you do is you have a cute little radio to play with.
They're just flexing on you. You're like, we can scare you, dude.
No. What they do is they immediately make you feel like you're there.
Yeah.
Because you're playing with the radio, you're doing all the cute stuff first, right? You throw a book off the balcony.
Yeah.
And then you walk, and the first thing that happens is they scare the fuck out of you.
It's not the first thing. You talk to your dad, and then you go through a corridor, and then you...
No, you turn the corner, and then that's the first thing that happens.
No, it's not.
Isn't it?
No. I can describe. So you spawn on the balcony,
you turn the corner and you go into the screens and talk. You talk and then
to
you
Dad.
Draw on the window, and then that happens.
You go through to like a couple of corridors. There's an elevator. You go up or down the elevator. You go up to a pergola, and then you turn. That's where the strider thing happens, and then you walk into Alex's office with the camcorder and all that. But like, should be fucking sorry.
Yeah, yeah. But like, it's just they just it's fucking incredible.
It is amazing. It actually is.
And they even did so many little things that you didn't need to do. Like, when you go in the elevator, you get stopped by some combine, right? And they say, put your hands up.
That's that's kind of far away from there.
That's in the start of the game.
No, it's not.
It's the start of the fucking game.
The first elevator you go into, you don't get trapped by the combine.
Yeah, you do.
No, you fucking don't.
Yes, you do.
That's after you go downstairs, you go to that area, you go into the laundry area. There's the lady in the window. She's like, "Hey, Alex." And then the combine kind of like scram happens. You walk down, you find like a little kind of area, like side section. You walk up some stairs, and there's a lady on the left who like runs into her apartment. Okay, whatever. Where's this detail coming from?
What the point that I'm trying to make is that when I did that, when I do that fucking scene, right? I put my hands up without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And they
fucking tell you to put your hands up.
Yeah, but like I did that without question, and then I thought maybe I can get out of this by pressing the button on the elevator. So I'm pressing the button, and then they say stop pressing that fucking button or something like that, and I'm like, wow, they added that. They didn't need to add that, but they added that. You know, like it's that shit that makes it feel like it's fucking real.
Yeah.
And that's what Valve does best.
In the first elevator, you go down and then there's a light flicker for a second.
You're right. You win.
Do you know what's happening here?
Your penis is enormous.
Do you know what's happening here?
You're fucking right. You're great. You're genius, dude.
You're not incorrect. You just have
fucking dumb, okay?
You have a non-linear interpretation of the events of Half-Life Alyx.
The reason why it all just like blends together is because it's just so fucking real to me. It's just like a memory rather than I played a game, because it, like, once you strap it in, you're fucking there.
Yeah.
Like, you may not be able to explore everything. Like, you can't jump over a fence and walk through the entirety of City 17, but...
I have the first consumer VR headset. I have... Well, not technically, because the first one came out in, like, 1970.
Yeah.
But I have an OG Vive, and I felt fucking immersion. And Jordy has a Rift S.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try that this afternoon.
It's the basic bitch one that you can buy now.
It's a good headset.
But it looks so fucking nice.
It is high resolution.
It's only 80 hertz, but, like, it's, you know... I've never had a problem with that.
Yeah, it's a solid headset.
Yeah.
The only thing that is maybe, like, not as good as the Vive is the tracking, but even then...
Oh, yeah. There was actually one bug that I actually found in the game, and that was on the release, when my left hand was not rendered in the game. It was in the menu, and the buttons worked, but it was not there at all. And I had to reload an old save where I had my left hand, and then do things a little differently.
Can we talk about how fucking perfect the backpack system is in Half-Life Alyx? It has never failed me.
Never.
How does it work for you? Since you've got to put your arms...
It has failed me once or twice, but literally, not much.
When it does... so in Boneworks, right, you have the back slot, you have the two shoulders. Those are so flaky for me, since I'll try to reach and it feels like it's a tiny-ass bubble on my shoulder.
It is a small bubble,
I'd never hit, like, properly the first time. Whereas in Half-Life Alyx, without even, like...
Well, because it's your entire back. You can reach from either shoulder.
But so even then, there are only 3 points that are tracked on your body. Your left, right arm, and your head. Try to fill in a skeleton from those 3 points. It is a great challenge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas Boneworks, they have, like, an imperfect, like, it's called inverse kinematics, like trying to fit the skeleton onto these 3 points. So imagine you have your two arms up high, and then your head is rotated down. Try to fill in a skeleton to that.
That is when I had problems, actually, is when I had to crouch down through something and reach a magazine. That's it. That's the only times I had problem, and it was like twice, because I was like, I was crouching under something, and then I was trying to shoot something around a corner, and I just couldn't get the tracking right. But other than that, that's purely because the Rift S doesn't have tracking points. It uses it uses the headset to track. It doesn't use outside IR.
It uses inside out.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have cameras on the strap or behind you. It can basically only see what human peripheral can see.
But other than, if I'm standing up and I'm just playing normally, I'd never had a problem with it. Yeah. Not once.
But, like, every single time I wanted to pull a mag or put something in my backpack, it worked every fucking time.
And
every single time.
Gravity, the rustles are just...
They feel so nice. Holy shit.
Use.
I haven't played a VR game since I've played a Half-Life Alyx, but it's gonna suck going back to it.
Yeah.
Because it just feels so natural. I'm just like, oh, I want that thing.
Yeah, got it. You literally do like a come here sort of thing.
You got it.
You just pull it towards you and it works. Like in Boneworks, they have a force grab where it just
Do you know what's funny about
hand.
that? So Half-Life Alyx has been in development for 4 years at this point. And Boneworks has been in development for about 3 or 4 years at this point. And Boneworks was supposed to be a Half-Life game.
Yeah.
And
it's obvious that that's the case because it's almost identical.
Yeah, the Boneworks team, like Brandon, Alex, and all that, they've been in contact with Valve for a very long time. They speak, they collaborate, they share notes and all that, right? And Half-Life Alyx was originally going to be a floating hands game. Do you know what that means?
Where it's like... No,
there would have been no physical interaction. Basically, you could put your hand through objects and they wouldn't react. You would be like a ghostly being in the game, like a traditional VR game before Boneworks, you know. And basically, Valve has like little scrims. Like scrim is, you probably don't know what that word is.
No.
It's basically like a gathering of like, hey, let's look at each other's work, you know, let's see what we can improve on. And they showed off Boneworks to Valve, and Valve was like, holy fuck, we need physical interaction in the game. And they implemented it. And I think either Boneworks or I suspect it was Valve. Valve created the Gravity Gloves prototype, and then Brandon saw that and they were like, we need that in our game.
Yeah.
And now there's Force Grab in Boneworks.
Yeah.
But the thing that's funny about that, right, is because Half-Life Alyx wasn't going to have these great things like physical interaction, all that kind of stuff, and like hit points and all that, and until like they saw what Boneworks were doing, and Half-Life Alyx takes these things and does them so fucking better.
Yeah,
I just imagine
they had a massive team working on it compared to Brandon.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but the way I imagine it happening is like Jeet Barnett, and Jeet Barnett is like a programmer. Or maybe no, I think he's a writer. Robin Walker, he's a programmer. He's Australian. He's a really cool dude. I imagine it like he saw Boneworks and he was like, "That's pretty cool. I'm a one up you though."
Yeah,
and then he fucking perfects it. Like perfect like force grabbing, perfect hit points, perfect physical interaction. And then like you play Boneworks again and it's like the poor man's version of it. Like, it's very janky and doesn't work right.
Yeah.
Valve were just like in their kind of spirits, they're like, okay, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna fucking perfect it and like create a new standard for how this shit could happen.
Like, it's much more of an action feel when you're playing Boneworks, and then when you're playing Half-Life Alyx, it's horror for sure.
Oh yeah,
like it's
that game is scary.
Like I was scared at points in Boneworks. Like I not as fucking horrified as I was
mostly
in Half-Life
scared
Alyx,
at enemies coming towards you and you have to like quickly reload.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like you can like look to the side and like force pull something like a gun towards you and like cap someone in the face. Like that's cool. But when you have in Half-Life Alyx, if you're out of ammo and you're looking around and you see something across the room, you have to quickly pull it towards you, empty your clip, put it in, reload it, and then try and shoot the head crab 4 times or something to kill it. Like,
Boneworks is very jump scary, whereas Half-Life Alyx is actual genuine horror.
Yeah.
Like that one scene with the fucking flashlight, like when you get the flashlight, that was terrifying.
I was so fucking scared.
I'll kind of describe it because it's not that spoily. Basically, you're up one level, you see a guy hanging like at the end of like a huge corridor. It's all dark, you can't really see anything. There's a few mags that you can pull out from that, and there's a section you need a flashlight for. Russell's like, "Oh, you need a flashlight, bro." And you go up to this body that has a flashlight, you grab it, you put it on, and then you turn around and suddenly there's like 8 poison head crabs.
Yeah.
And they're all fucking coming for you. It's so frightening.
Yeah.
This doesn't, like, in Half-Life 2 that wouldn't be frightening. You'd just be like, whereas in Half-Life Alyx, you need to actually aim. You need to know about your ammo counts. You need to physically reload.
I was thinking about how easy this game would be if it was in flat.
The thing about
you could literally finish this game in an hour if it was flat.
It would be impossible to play it flat right now because it was discovered recently.
People will do it.
It's already been done. Valve have done it themselves.
Oh.
There is a development branch of this game that has Half-Life 2 weapons in it that they use for testing. Since obviously if you're a programmer, you don't want to put your headset on every 2 seconds to test a small code change. So they implemented the weapon system from Half-Life 2. So you can play Half-Life Alyx, quote unquote play, with like the AR2 and SMG and like crowbar and all that. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Since there are physical challenges you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, like it's literally impossible. People were saying like, oh, it's going to be modded. It's already done.
Yeah,
and you can't play it.
Yeah,
it's literally just to
it
test
wouldn't work.
things.
I'm thinking of so many things now that just wouldn't work. How would you force grab something like?
Yeah,
like, and I suppose it would if you did it in the middle of the screen, but it would just look so.
The substation you do where you got to turn the crank and
that's
pull
the
that wouldn't fucking work.
That's the type of shit I was thinking. Like turning anything with your hand.
You got to hold it open while you shoot the connectors.
That just reminded me. How much did the fucking Valve logo freak you out?
I thought he was going to turn around. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I was bracing the whole. He does turn around a little bit, but not like just the average.
Not
amount.
Left 4 Dead 2 kind of full turnaround.
Anyway.
I think that's about
a good wrapping up point. I'd say
59 minutes.
That's a good time there. Thank you all for tuning in and enjoy your lockdowns. Be safe. Be wary.
Oh, just a quick little reminder: we have our Discord and all that. That'll be linked on YouTube.
Yes, we do.
We haven't done a plug for that in a while.
Yep. So, come talk to us if you want to. We're in lockdown, so we'll be available. See you later, everyone.
Have a good day.
Bye.